Wagwan. So sowing seeds is easier than you think, but there are a few key steps that most beginners skip that cause seeds to wash away, rot, or just don't sprout. Let me show you the right way to do it step by step. Ready? So regardless of the method you use to start your seeds, we have to prepare our containers to provide optimal growing conditions for our seeds and our seed starter trays. All right, let's fill up these trays. Now I'm using one this size because I'll be planting multiple seeds into each, but you can use whatever size you get. Just ensure that it has drainage holes at the bottom. So the traditional way of doing things is to sow your seeds at the recommended depth for that plant for the best sprout. Some seeds may need 1 centimeter, some may need up to 1 inch. It depends on what it needs, okay? However, I don't do things the traditional way most times. So how I like to do it is I like to fill my tray up to about 2/3 of the way. We're just ensuring that there are no air gaps. So you don't want it too compacted, but just gently push down enough. Please ensure that you leave some amount of space as I'm doing here. Then I will put the seeds on top. I like to overseed. I will try to evenly space my seeds out. When I overseed, it gives me a greater opportunity to thin them out. The reason why I am not covering them or digging a hole is I will sprinkle some loose seed starting mix on top. Let's cover up our seeds. I put a light layer of soil on top of them because for me, from experience, it helps them to, when they're germinating, they're still covered, but they're not, squished down. It's not, the soil isn't condensed, and it gives them a fighting chance to help to break through and push through the seed, so you don't have to dig a hole. Another reason is that sometimes for beginner gardeners, you may not know how deep the hole should be. Even with research, you'll have like 10 different telling you, a few centimeters, 2 millimeters, and it can take away some of the stress factor. So if you just put a light dusting of soil and then mist it. So what I do, I take my trusty strainer. I do not cook with this. I know you can wash it, but I only use this for my gardening. You can see from the dust. I do rinse it off, get all the dust and dirt away, but I never cook with this. I only use this for my gardening. If you want, you can have a designated one for your gardening. I usually have an actual soil sieve, but it broke, so I need to get another one. So in the meantime, I'm using this because it gets that finer particles through to just sit on top of it. Don't need so much of like the perlite, etc. at the top of the soil, and just go through, and as you can see, it's covering up the seeds quite nicely. And let's speed this up a bit. Shake, 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 senora. It covered up with a thin light layer. Now why I do this is I think for me it works better when I like to overseed, and it's a lot faster, especially if you're sowing seeds in bulk. You want to mist it with the spray bottle until it's moist instead of just pouring water on top, right? Because if you pour water on top, the seeds may get displaced and wash away. Cover with your humidity dome or any type of covering to provide that humidity. Then place it in a warm location. Usually the humidity domes come with a vent or holes in the top to ventilate it. If it doesn't, or if you're using the upcycled tray, remember to just take that top off to ventilate it, because we don't want any mold or funguses growing, right? So ventilate it as much as possible. Well, once or twice a day and then cover it. If you notice that after ventilating your seeds are dried out, just mist them back and then cover it up. But usually the humidity dome will provide enough moisture in the environment to keep the soils moist. Remember to label your seeds, unless you like a little razzle-dazzle game of guess the plant. Let me know in the comments below how you start your seeds. What seeds have you started? And what do you think about dusting or sieving a light layer of soil on top? Be sure to fill the part with the holes. Let's grow some jumbo green peppers. Now adding my peppers to the container, as I did before with the trays, I add them right on top, spacing them out a bit evenly to get adequate spacing. For this one, just moving the soil around lightly and placing the soil over it, so I'm not burying them deeply. Then mist with your water. Then close. So this will act as a humidity dome or a mini greenhouse. And I'll plant it tip. Oh, we've got a rogue one. Let's see. So lightly mist your paper towel with water. I like to use lukewarm water when possible. Then place your seeds. Mist and fold, mist and fold. Mist and fold. But be careful. Don't add too much water. We don't want it to be oversaturated and like draining with water. We want it just damp, moist enough, not dripping wet. Then place your seeds in a Ziploc bag. Remember to label it and close it up. Place it in a warm and dark location. P.S. Make sure you remember them. Don't be like me. You will end up with a fully grown plant, leaves and all, roots stuck to the paper towel. Just remember that you put them away in a dark location. And remember to ventilate your starts at least once or twice a day. So just open up that bag for a few minutes, maybe 15 minutes or so, get that airflow going, and then you can close it up. If after ventilating you notice that the paper towel has dried out a little bit, mist it, get it moist and wet again, then close up your bag and place it back in its location. Now, once the seeds are sprouted, you will see a tiny root at the bottom. That's it. That's the perfect time to now plant it in seed starting mix. You can use whatever container you want to use, whether it's a tray, whatever it's a budget container, cups, but as long as it's a seed starting mix and you place that lightly on top, fill it up, cover it with soil, and of course mist it, and then place that humidity dome back on it, and then you will get that shoots up. The paper towel method is mainly to just get that start going super fast, get that root out, and then you can continue the process when you place it in soil. Because the plastic cups with covers, they don't come with the holes at the bottom, we have to cut maybe 3 or 4 holes around. I like to cut around the edging because it's just faster, it's easier for me, but you can bore holes through it as you need. Then again, fill the container about 2/3 of the way up like we did with the tray. And place your seeds on top, cover it with soil, mist it, get it as damp as possible, and then cover it with that lid to create that humidity effect. Now, the reason why we don't want to put the soil all the way to the top of the container is because when we close the lid may go down a little bit. So just be careful if you close it. If the soil is all the way to the tip, it may not be able to close to create that humidity effect that you need, right? So we don't want to fill all the way to the top of these containers. And of course, after you've misted the top with water, place it in a warm location. And again, remember to ventilate. So take the top off, get it some air. If it dries out, mist it with some water and then cover it back. Once your seeds sprout, once they push up through the soil, you want to give them light. Just like we did with the food containers, you can cut your holes in the bottom of one. Fill it about 2/3 of the way up. Place your seeds on top or seed. Cover it with the soil and mist. Then you want to wrap it with your saran wrap. You can use an elastic band or, a hair band and keep that plastic wrap in place. If you don't have elastic bands or any hair clips around, that's okay. You can just twist it and tuck it inside and it will stay. If you're using the Kratky method, you can then place it in the second cup with no holes. So one cup has no holes, one with holes, and place it in there. And of course, to help with ventilation, you can just poke holes in the top of it to get a little bit of airflow going because we don't want the air to trap and get moldy. Once you see sprouts, you can remove the humidity domes. And this goes as well for all the other methods. So if you have a humidity dome, once you see sprouts, we've got 1, 2, 3. And give it lots of light.